Chưa, đây là lần đầu tiên tôi đến đây.
No, it's my first time to come here. No, it's my first time to come here. No, it's my first time to come here.
Anh sẽ ở lại đây trong bao lâu?
How long will you stay here? How long will you stay here? How long will you stay here?
Tôi ở lại đây 1 tuần.
A week.
Anh có biết tiếng Việt không?
Can you speak Vietnamese? Can you speak Vietnamese? Can you speak Vietnamese?
Ồ, chỉ một chút thôi.
Oh, a little. Oh, a little. Oh, a little.
Hỏi thăm bạn bè.
Number 2, visit friends.
Chào Adam, hôm nay bạn khỏe không?
Hi, Adam. How are you today? Hi, Adam. How are you today? Hi, Adam. How are you today?
Bạn có khỏe không?
How are you? How are you? How are you?
Mọi việc với bạn thế nào?
How are things with you? How are things with you? How are things with you?
Tốt, cảm ơn.
Fine, thank you. Fine, thank you. Fine, thank you.
Mọi việc thế nào?
How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing?
Tuyệt vời, còn anh?
Great. You?
Tôi rất tốt.
I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine.
Vẫn khỏe, cảm ơn bạn.
Not very bad, thank you. Not very bad, thank you. Not very bad, thank you.
Không khỏe lắm.
Not so well. Not so well. Not so well.
Không có gì đặc biệt.
Nothing special. Nothing special. Nothing special.
Mọi việc thế nào?
How's everything? How's everything? How's everything?
Mọi việc diễn ra thế nào?
How's everything going? How's everything going? How's everything going?
Công việc thế nào?
How are things? How are things? How are things?
Cuộc sống của bạn thế nào?
How's your life? How's your life? How's your life?
Gần đây anh sống thế nào?
What's the lastest? What's the lastest? What's the lastest?
Tôi không có gì phải phàn nàn cả.
I can't complain too much. I can't complain too much. I can't complain too much.
Cũng tạm, cảm ơn.
Surviving. Thanks.
Không tệ,
Not bad.
không được tốt lắm.
Not so good. Not so good. Not so good.
Vẫn như trước.
Same as ever. Same as ever. Same as ever.
same old, same old. Same, old, same, old, same old, same old.
Dạo này bạn làm gì vậy?
What are you doing these days? What are you doing these days? What are you doing these days?
Anh vội vàng làm gì vậy?
What's the hurry? What's the hurry? What's the hurry?
Sao bạn vội vàng thế?
Why are you in a hurry? Why are you in a hurry? Why are you in a hurry?
Anh định đi đâu vậy?
Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going?
Chuyện gì đang diễn ra thế?
What is going on? What is going on? What is going on?
Có chuyện gì vậy?
What's up?
Nghe nói bạn bị ốm.
I've heard that you are ill. I've heard that. You are ill. I've heard that you are ill.
Hôm nay anh thấy sao rồi?
How is it going today? How is it going today? How is it going today?
Hội thoại thực hành.
Conversation practice.
Bài số 1.
Lesson 1.
Chào cậu, hôm nay cậu thế nào?
Hi, how are you today? Hi, how are you today? Hi, how are you today?
Tớ khỏe, cảm ơn. Cậu thì sao?
Pretty fine, thanks. And you? Pretty fine, thanks. And you? Pretty fine, thanks. And you?
Cũng thế, cậu đang đi đâu thế?
Just fine. Where are you going? Just fine. Where are you going? Just fine. Where are you going?
Tớ đến thư viện.
To the library. To their library. To the library.
Vậy gặp lại cậu sau nhé. Mình vừa hết giờ ở lớp học thêm. Giờ mình muốn về nhà và nghỉ ngơi một chút.
So see you later. I've finished an extra class. I want to go home and have a rest now. So, see you later. I've finished an extra class. I want to go home and have a rest now. So see you later. I've finished an extra class. I want to go home and have a rest now.
Tạm biệt cậu.
Bye.
Bài số 2.
Lesson 2.
Chào Adam.
Good morning, Adam. Good morning, Adam. Good morning, Adam.
Chào Angela.
Good morning, Angela. Good morning, Angela. Good morning, Angela.
Cậu sống thế nào?
How's your life? How's your life? How's your life?
Cũng tạm, cảm ơn cậu đã quan tâm.
Surviving, thanks. Surviving, thanks. Surviving, thanks.
Cậu định đi đâu vậy?
Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going?
Mình định đến siêu thị.
I am going to supermarket. I am going to supermarket. I am going to supermarket.
Ồ, thế thì hay quá. Mình cũng đang trên đường đến đó đây. Bọn mình cùng đi nhé.
That's great. I'm going there, too. Let's go. That's great. I'm going there, too. Let's go. That's great. I'm going there, too. Let's go.
Bài số 3.
Lesson 3.
Chào John.
Hi, John.
Chào Anna, bạn khỏe không?
Hi, Anna. How are you doing? Hi, Anna. How are you doing? Hi, Anna. How are you doing?
Tôi thấy không được khỏe lắm. Tôi bị cảm cúm.
Not so well. I've come down with flu. Not so well. I've come down with flu. Not so well. I've come down with flu.
Tôi rất lấy làm tiếc khi nghe tin đó. Bạn hãy giữ gìn sức khỏe nhé.
I'm sorry to hear that. Take care. I'm sorry to hear that. Take care. I'm sorry to hear that. Take care.
Cảm ơn bạn.
Thank you.
Nói về sở thích.
Number 3. Listening to interests.
Anh có thích đi trượt tuyết không?
Do you like going skiing? Do you like going skiing? Do you like going skiing?
Có chứ, tôi rất thích.
Yes, I do. They're lots of fun. Yes, I do. They're lots of fun. Yes, I do.
Good evening. Thank you. 1 year ago, I introduced my father when he declared his candidacy. In his own way and through his own sheer force of will, he sacrificed greatly to enter the political arena as an outsider. And he prevailed against a field of 16 very talented competitors. For more than a year, Donald Trump has been the people's champion. And tonight, he is the people's nominee. Like many of my fellow millennials, I do not consider myself categorically Republican or Democrat. More than party affiliation, I vote based on what I believe is right for my family and for my country. Sometimes it's a tough choice. That is not the case this time. As the proud daughter of your nominee, I am here to tell you that this is the moment and Donald Trump is the person to make America great again. Real change, the kind we have not seen in decades, is only going to come from outside the system. And it's only going to come from a man who has spent his entire life doing what others said could not be done. My father is a fighter. When the primaries got tough, and they were tough, he did what any great leader does. He dug deeper, worked harder, got better, and became stronger. I have seen him fight for his family. I have seen him fight for his employees. I have seen him fight for his company. And now I am seeing him fight for our country. It's been the story of his life, and more recently, the spirit of his campaign. It's also a prelude to reaching the goal that unites us all, when this party, and better still this country, knows what it is like to win again. If it's possible to be famous and yet not really well known, that describes the father who raised me. In the same office in Trump Tower, where we now work together, I remember playing on the floor by my father's desk, constructing miniature buildings with Legos and erector sets, while he did the same with concrete, steel, and glass. My father taught my siblings and me the importance of positive values and a strong ethical compass. He showed us how to be resilient, how to deal with challenges, and how to strive for excellence in all that we do. He taught us that there is nothing we cannot accomplish if we marry vision and passion with an enduring work ethic. One of my father's greatest talents is his ability to see potential in people before they see it in themselves. It was like that for us too growing up. He taught us that potential vanishes into nothing without effort, and that like him, we each had a responsibility to work not just for ourselves, but for the betterment of the world around us. Over the years, on too many occasions to count, I saw my father tear stories out of the newspaper about people whom he had never met who were facing some injustice or hardship. He'd write a note to his assistant in a signature black felt-tip pen and request that the person be found and invited to Trump Tower to meet with him. He would talk to them and then draw upon his extensive network to find them a job or get them a break. And they would leave his office, as people so often do after having been with Donald Trump, feeling that life could be great again. Throughout my entire life, I have witnessed his empathy and generosity towards others, especially those who are suffering. It is just his way of being in your corner when you're down. My father not only has the strength and ability necessary to be our next president, but also the kindness and compassion that will enable him to be the leader that this country needs. My father has a sense of fairness that touches every conviction he's held. I've worked alongside of him for more than a decade now at the Trump Organization, and I've seen how he operates as a leader, making important decisions that shape careers and that change lives. I've learned a lot about the world from walking construction jobs by his side. When run properly, construction sites are true meritocracies. Competence in the building trades is easy to spot, and incompetence is impossible to hide. These sites are also incredible melting pots, gathering people from all walks of life and uniting them to work towards a single mission. There have always been men of all background and ethnicities on my father's job sites, and long before it was commonplace, you also saw women. My father values talent. He recognizes real knowledge and skill when he finds it. He is colorblind and gender neutral. He hires the best person for the job, period. Words and promises, no matter how visionary they sound, will only get you so far. In our business, you're not a builder unless you've got a building to show for it. Or in my father's case, city skylines. Most people strive their entire lives to achieve great success in a single industry. My father has succeeded in many, on the highest level and on a global scale. One of the reasons he has thrived as an entrepreneur is because he listens to everyone. Billionaire executives don't usually ask the people doing the work for their opinion of the work. My father is an exception. On every one of his projects, you'll see him talking to the super, the painter, the engineers, the electricians. He'll ask them for their feedback, if they think something should be done differently or could be done better. When Donald Trump is in charge, all that counts is ability, effort, and excellence. This has long been the philosophy at the Trump Organization. At my father's company, there are more female than male executives. Women are paid equally for the work that we do, and when a woman becomes a mother, she is supported, not shut out. Women represent 46% of the total U.S. labor force, and 40% of American households have female primary breadwinners. In 2014, women made 83 cents for every dollar earned by a man. Single women without children earn 94 cents for each dollar earned by a man, whereas married mothers made only 77 cents. As researchers have noted, gender is no longer the factor creating the greatest wage discrepancy in this country. Motherhood is. As president, my father will change the labor laws that were put in place at a time when women were not a significant portion of the workforce. And he will focus on making quality childcare affordable and accessible for all. As a mother myself of 3 young children, I know how hard it is to work while raising a family. And I also know that I'm far more fortunate than most. American families need relief. Policies that allow women with children to thrive should not be novelties, they should be the norm. Politicians talk about wage equality, but my father has made it a practice at his company throughout his entire career. He will fight for equal pay, for equal work, and I will fight for this too, right alongside of him. Americans today need an economy that permits people to rise again. A Trump presidency will turn the economy around and restore the great American tradition of giving each new generation hope for brighter opportunities than those of the generation that came before. In Donald Trump, you have a candidate who knows the difference between wanting something done and making it happen. When my father says that he will build a tower, keep an eye on the skyline. Floor by floor, a soaring structure will appear, usually record-setting in its height and iconic in its design. Real people are hired to do real work. Vision becomes reality. When my father says that he will make America great again, he will deliver. We have a chance this year to reclaim our heritage as a country that dreams big and makes the impossible happen. Fortunately, Donald Trump is incapable of thinking small. When I was a child, my father always told me, Ivanka, if you're going to be thinking anyway, you might as well think big. Child, my father always told me, Ivanka, if you're going to be thinking anyway, you might as well think big. As president, my father will take on the bold and worthy fights. He will be unafraid to set lofty goals, and he will be relentless in his determination to achieve them. To people all over America, I say, when you have my father in your corner, you will never again have to worry about being let down. He will fight for you all the time, all the way, every time. Maybe it's the developer in him, but Donald Trump cannot stand to see empty main streets and boarded up factories. He can't bear the injustice of college graduates who are crippled by student debt and mothers who can't afford the cost of the childcare required to return to work to better the lives of their families. Other politicians see these hardships, see the unfairness of it all, and they say, I feel for you. Only my father will say, I'll fight for you. The hard-working men and women of this country identify with my father. He is tough, and he is persevering. He is honest, and he is real. He's an optimist, and he's a relentless believer in America and all of her potential. He loves his family, and he loves his country with his heart and his soul. Politicians ask to be judged by their promises, not their results. I ask you to judge my father by his results. Judge his values by those he's instilled in his children. Judge his competency by the towers he's built, the companies he's founded, and the tens of thousands of jobs he's created. He is the single most qualified person to serve as chief executive of an $18 trillion economy. My father will call upon the best and brightest people from all spheres of industry and both sides of the aisle. A new set of thinkers to face our country's existing and future problems with fresh perspective and brave new solutions. Come January 17, all things will be possible again. We can hope and dream and think big again. No one has more faith in the American people than my father. He will be your greatest, your truest, and your most loyal champion. This is the fighter, the doer that you have chosen as your nominee. In ways no one expected, this moment in the life of our country has defined a mission and given it to an extraordinary man. He is ready to see it all the way through, to speak to every man and every woman of every background in every part of this great country, to earn your trust and to earn your vote. He earned that and much more from me a long time ago. I have loved and respected him my entire life, and I could not be more proud tonight to present to you and to all of America my father and our next president, Donald J. Trump.
Let me show you this. We all live inside a bubble, right? This is our world. We go to church here, we work over here, we go get our coffee over here, we go to this park over here, we usually go over here to, hang out with friends. This is our favorite club. This is our world. This is our favorite spot on the beach. We all live in this bubble. What you gotta do to get the life that God wants you to have, you gotta put more air in your bubble. You got to blow your bubble up. Expand yourself. Take yourself out your comfort zone. Do not live in your bubble. Put some more air in your bubble. If you stay in your comfort zone, that's where you will fail. You will fail in your comfort zone. Success is not a comfortable procedure. It is a very uncomfortable thing to attempt. So you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful. Start putting some pressure on. Put some pressure on yourself. Look, I'd love to sugarcoat this thing for you. I'd love to tell you, look, you can go out here and get rich, do a couple of things. That ain't happening. Now, like I was telling you before, if you want to be ordinary, you ain't even got to listen to me. Just go on about your business. If you think ordinary is cool, ain't no problem. It's some really, really wonderful ordinary people. But if you are sitting in this room and you have extraordinary aspirations, then you're gonna have to do extra. You put extra on top of ordinary and you come up with extraordinary. It's no other way. I'm sorry, but here's the fact. All of you have extraordinary capabilities, all of you. You have to decide if you are willing to do the things to put you in that category. Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life. It ain't but 24 hours in a day. You cannot be sleep 8 hours a day. You can't live in LA and wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 11 o'clock on the East Coast. The stock market been open 2 hours. They already making decisions about your life and your ass was asleep. The Bible says, he who loves to sleep and the folding of hands, poverty will set upon you like a thief in the night. He who loves to sleep and the folding of hands, poverty will set upon you like a thief in the night. I'm gonna ask you one question, I'm gonna go. How many of you in here know somebody who loves to sleep? Who knows somebody that loves to sleep? Let me ask you something. Ain't they po?
Today, I want to tell you 3 stories. From my life. That's it. No big deal. Just 3 stories. The first story is about connecting the dots. I dropped out of Reed College after the first 6 months, but then stayed around as a drop-in for another 18 months or so before I really quit. So why'd I drop out? It started before I was born. My biological mother was a young, unwed graduate student, and she decided to put me up for adoption. She felt very strongly that I should be adopted by college graduates, so everything was all set for me to be adopted at birth by a lawyer and his wife. Except that when I popped out, they decided at the last minute that they really wanted a girl. So my parents, who were on a waiting list, got a call in the middle of the night asking, "We've got an unexpected baby boy. Do you want him?" They said, "Of course." My biological mother found out later that my mother had never graduated from college and that my father had never graduated from high school. She refused to sign the final adoption papers. She only relented a few months later when my parents promised that I would go to college. This was the start in my life. And 17 years later, I did go to college. But I naively chose a college that was almost as expensive as Stanford. And all of my working class parents' savings were being spent on my college tuition. After 6 months, I couldn't see the value in it. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life, and no idea how college was going to help me figure it out.
Tôi đạt đến đỉnh cao của sự thành công trong thế giới kinh doanh. Trong mắt của người khác, cuộc sống của tôi là một mẫu mực của sự thành công. Tuy nhiên, ngoài công việc, tôi có rất ít niềm vui. Cuối cùng, sự giàu có chỉ là một thực tế của cuộc sống mà tôi phải làm quen với nó. Tại thời điểm này, nằm trên giường bệnh và nhớ lại toàn bộ cuộc sống của tôi nhận ra rằng tất cả các công nhận và sự giàu có mà tôi mất rất nhiều năm tháng tuổi trẻ để có niềm tự hào đó, đã dần và trở nên vô nghĩa khi đối mặt với cái chết sắp xảy ra. Bạn có thể thuê ai đó làm người lái xe cho bạn, kiếm tiền cho bạn, nhưng bạn không thể có một người nào đó phải chịu bệnh tật cho bạn. Vật chất bị mất có thể được tìm thấy, nhưng có một điều mà không bao giờ có thể được tìm thấy khi nó bị mất: cuộc đời bạn. Khi một người đi vào phòng mổ, anh sẽ nhận ra rằng có một cuốn sách mà anh ta vẫn chưa hoàn thành việc đọc, cuốn sách Sức khỏe của cuộc sống đã ban. Cho dù giai đoạn trong cuộc đời chúng ta đang ở có huy hoàng tới mức nào, với sự tàn phá của thời gian, chúng ta sẽ phải đối mặt với những ngày đi xuống trầm trọng. Hãy trân trọng tình yêu cho gia đình bạn, tình yêu dành cho người bạn đời của bạn, tình yêu cho bạn bè. Hãy đối xử tốt với bản thân. Hãy trân trọng những người khác. Khi chúng ta già đi, cũng là lúc chúng ta trở nên khôn ngoan hơn với cuộc đời. Từ đó mà dễ dàng nhận ra, một chiếc đồng hồ mệnh giá 300 đô la Mỹ hay 30 đô la Mỹ thì suy cho cùng, kim giờ kim phút cũng chỉ cùng một thời gian. Một chiếc túi xách mệnh giá 300 đô la Mỹ hay 30 đô la Mỹ thì suy cho cùng, số tiền bên trong đều có cùng giá trị như nhau. Một chiếc xe ô tô mệnh giá 150.000 đô la Mỹ hay 30.000 đô la Mỹ thì suy cho cùng, con đường, khoảng cách và địa điểm cuối cùng chúng ta đi đều giống nhau. Một chai rượu vang mệnh giá 300 đô la Mỹ hay 10 đô la Mỹ thì suy cho cùng, say rượu vẫn chỉ là đau đầu và nôn mửa. Một ngôi nhà rộng 300 hay 300 mét vuông thì suy cho cùng, nỗi cô đơn có thế nào vẫn cứ tồn tại. Một lúc nào đó, bạn sẽ nhận ra hạnh phúc thực sự không đến từ vật chất. Cho dù bạn chọn ghế hạng nhất hay hạng phổ thông thì khi máy bay hạ cánh, bạn cũng phải bước xuống. Vì vậy, tôi hy vọng bạn nhận ra khi nào bạn còn có bạn bè, người thân bên cạnh để cùng trò chuyện, nói cười, vui vẻ đàn hát với nhau, tám đủ thứ trên trời dưới biển, thì lúc ấy là lúc hạnh phúc thực sự. 5 sự thật bắt buộc phải chấp nhận trong cuộc sống. 1. Đừng giáo dục con trẻ phải trở nên giàu có trong tương lai. Hãy dạy chúng cách để luôn hạnh phúc. Như vậy, khi lớn lên, chúng sẽ biết được giá trị thật của từng thứ không phải dựa trên mệnh giá đồng tiền. 2. Đừng nhịn ăn, hãy ăn như thế, đó là thứ thuốc quý giá nhất dành cho cơ thể bạn. Nếu không, bạn sẽ thực sự phải ăn thuốc như ăn thức ăn vậy. 3. Người thực sự yêu thương bạn sẽ không bao giờ bỏ rơi bạn dù ở bất kỳ hoàn cảnh nào hay dù bạn có nói 100 lý do để họ từ bỏ bạn đến thế nào đi chăng nữa. 4. Khác biệt giữa con người và làm người là rất lớn, nhưng không phải ai cũng hiểu được. 5. Khi bạn sinh ra, chắc chắn bạn nhận được tình yêu thương. Khi bạn chết đi, có thể bạn sẽ nhận được tình yêu thương. Giữa khoảng thời gian đó, bạn phải biết cách xoay sở làm sao để biết cách sống. Nếu bạn muốn đi nhanh, hãy đi một mình, nhưng nếu muốn đi xa, hãy đi cùng nhau. 6 bác sĩ tốt nhất trên thế giới. 1. Ánh nắng. 2. Nghỉ ngơi. 3. Tập thể dục. 4. Chế độ ăn. 5. Tự tin. 6. Bạn bè hãy ghi nhớ những điều này thật kỹ để có một cuộc sống tốt hơn. Cầu mong những điều tốt đẹp nhất đến với bạn.
Awful. Frequently. Very old.
I do. They're lots of fun.
Tôi không ăn được đồ cay. Thế còn bạn thì sao?
I can't stand.
Giao tiếp tại rạp chiếu phim.
Number 1. At the cinema.
Cho tôi 2 vé.
2 tickets, please. 2 tickets, please. 2 tickets, please.
Anh có vé ngồi ở những hàng ghế trước không?
Do you have anything in the front rows? Do you have anything in their front rows? Do you have anything in the front rows?
Vẫn có thể mua được vé cho tối mai chứ?
Is it possible to get tickets for tomorrow evening? Is it possible to get?
Is 11?
Do you have this in size 11?
Bạn có món này cỡ 11 không?
Do you hear that?
Do you hear that?
Bạn có nghe cái đó không?
Do you know her?
Do you know her?
Bạn có biết cô ta không?
Do you know how much it costs?
Do you know how much it costs?
Bạn có biết nó giá bao nhiêu không? Đầu tiên, bạn có rất nhiều cách để nói hello.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hello there.
Hey, how are you doing?
Howdy, friend.
What's up?
How's it going?
Wow, it's good to see you.
Hoặc đôi khi, chúng ta cũng có thể dùng cách chào kép.
Hi there. Hey. How are you doing? Hi there. Hey. How are you doing? Hi there. Hey. How are you doing?
Hello, how have you been? Hello, how have you been? Hello, how have you been?
It's good to see you. How's life been treating you? It's good to see you. How's life been treating you? It's good to see you. How's life been treating you?
Tiếp theo, nếu gặp ai đó lần đầu tiên, bạn có thể sử dụng những cách nói xin chào thú vị khi một ai đó được giới thiệu tới bạn.
Good to meet you. Good to meet you. Good to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you.
I'm pleased to meet you. I'm pleased to meet you. I'm pleased to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Còn nếu bạn gặp lại một người đã lâu rồi không liên lạc, khi đó bạn có thể chào bằng cách bày tỏ sự ngạc nhiên và hết sức bất ngờ của mình.
Oh my God, it's you. Oh my God, it's you. Oh my God. It's you.
Ah, where have you been? Ah, where have you been? Ah, where have you been?
My goodness, long time no speak. My goodness, long time